On July 18, 2026, the New Hampshire Sons of the American Revolution were honored to join the folks in Kingston, New Hampshire to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, as well as heading over towards Plains Cemetery to honor some patriots of the Revolutionary War. Here is some footage from that event. So we are here with Josiah Bartlett, signer of the Declaration of Independence. How are you doing today, sir?
Very well. Thank you for having me here today. Well, as you know, my house was burned in 1774, and it was most likely by Tories, and it spurred me on to say that we need to be independent of those people several thousand miles away. How can they act on our good nature when they have no clue as to what's going on here? Common load. Ready? And shells off. Again. Fire!
Our weapons
let us reflect upon each of the patriots being honored here today. Josiah Bartlett. Josiah Bartlett was born on the 21st of November, 1729 in Amesbury, Massachusetts. He signed the Declaration of Independence in July 1776. Signed the Association Test in Kingston, September 1776. He was colonel of the 7th Regiment of the New Hampshire Militia, 1776 to 1777. He mustered troops for Captain Gordon's company, Colonel David Gilman's regiment, December 1776, for Colonel Abraham Drake's regiment, which marched to Saratoga, September to October 1777, and for the Continental Army, 1780. He was a representative to the Continental Congress. He was member of the State Committee of Safety, 1777, a selectman for Kingston, 1779 to 1781, and a justice of the peace for Rockingham County. He died on May 19, 1795, in Kingston, New Hampshire. Samuel Woodman. Samuel Woodman was born on November 19, 1744, in Kingston, New Hampshire. He was a private in Captain Smith Emerson's company, Colonel Joshua Wingate's regiment, on Seavis Island, November 1775. He was a private in Captain Samuel Ney's company, Colonel Joshua Wingate's regiment, for continental service in the Northern Army in Canada, July 1776. Samuel also signed the Association Test in Kingston, New Hampshire on September 1776. He died on June 10, 1825, in Kingston, New Hampshire. Joseph Califf. Joseph Califf was born on the 5th of May, 1756, in Kingston, New Hampshire. He was a private in Captain Philip Tilton's company, Colonel Enoch Poor's regiment, 1775. He signed the Association Test in Kingston, New Hampshire, September of 1776. He was also a private in Captain David Quimbley's company, Colonel Jacob Gale's regiment of militia, Rhode Island Campaign, August 1778. He died on October 27, 1836, in Kingston, New Hampshire. Jonathan Sleeper. Jonathan Sleeper was born on the 28th of February, 1754, in Kingston, New Hampshire. He was a private in Captain Philip Tilton's company, Colonel Enoch Poor's regiment, 1775. He signed the Association Test in Kingston, New Hampshire, in September of 1776. He died on September 4th, 1811, in Kingston, New Hampshire. Jonathan Sanborn. Jonathan Sanborn was born on or about the 4th of February, 1738 or 1739, in Kingston, New Hampshire. He signed the Association Test in Kingston, New Hampshire on September of 1776. He was a private mustered by Colonel Josiah Bartlett for Captain Ezra Currier's company, Colonel Drake's regiment, in October of 1777. He passed away on the 23rd of May, 1809, in Kingston, New Hampshire. Jacob Webster. Jacob Webster was born on the 15th of February, either 1744 or 1745, in Kingston, New Hampshire. He was a lieutenant in Captain Philip Tilton's company, Colonel Enoch Poor's regiment, June of 1775. He was a lieutenant under Captain David Quimbley in 1775. He was captain of a company of New Hampshire militia under the Continental Army at Winter Hill in December of 1775. First Lieutenant Captain David Quimbley's company, Colonel Joshua Wingate's regiment, mustered by Colonel Josiah Bartlett for service in Canada in July 1776. He signed the Association Test in Kingston on the 23rd of September 1776. He was a selectman for Kingston. He was orderly sergeant under Captain David Quimbley in Colonel John Califf's regiment. He was captain of a company, Colonel Daniel Reynolds' regiment of militia, July to November 1781. He died on the 21st of April, 1836, in Kingston, New Hampshire.
beehive oven.
Yeah.
The beehive oven still works.
Okay.
We cook pizzas and stuff in there if we wanted to. Yeah, when I moved in, I had all the chimneys redone.
Okay.
George Washington and John Hancock. Yeah, I know. When you got teenage kids, you gotta have
The 1764 model.
Well, Josiah likes sports center, so.
There you go.
But this is most likely where he would interchange Washington and Hancock. The men would usually retire to the dining room, and the women would retire to the front parlor. This was the last remodel that I had. This was remodeled in 1849. Stating that when he rebuilt the house, he was so pissed at the British that
For burning down his original house.
burning his, and that's the reason why he missed the first Continental Congress, is because he was still building his house. But the distance between the kickers and the ends here was wide enough where he could drill 10 soldiers up here, shoulder to shoulder, side by side, and he would drill them up here. And he hid the militia up here. So we have documentation that there has been militia living up here for a period of time. And one of the other interesting neat things is, like, so we're finding writing everywhere. Like this says August 22nd, 1776. We think that's maybe when he came back from Philadelphia, because it was about that time. And do you need light?
That's good.
Turn my flashlight on.
Oh wow. Interesting.